Hello and welcome to Yoga TX. My name is Crystal. Today I've got a little bit of a longer YIN practice for you, at least younger, I can't talk, let's mix words up. Longer than what I usually offer with my YIN practices online. You will need 2 blocks and a strap. If you don't happen to have a strap, you can also use like a towel or a sweater, just something that we're going to use it to wrap around our legs. Or feet, I should say. If you do have a strap and you want to prepare it, let's make our loop now, because when we're already relaxed, it's just harder to think about doing these minute things. So if you have one of these standard straps, you'll take your loop through the center, or the strap through the center, and then re-loop it. We'll want a really long or big hoop to go through to start. We won't use it right away, so just place that to the side and then you don't have to think about it for a bit. But we're going to start in a seat. If you want to prop yourself up on one of your blocks or both, feel free to. We're just going to start by getting into the neck here. But before we do any of that, let's settle into our space. So bring your hands onto your thighs. Close your eyes and begin to exhale all your air out. Take a deep breath in, fill up. And the mouth open, exhale. And again, deep breath in, fill up. Mouth open, let it go. And one more deep breath in. Mouth open, exhale. An invitation to keep your breaths long, slow, and smooth for the rest of practice. Start by taking some neck circles. Tuck your chin to your chest, roll ear to shoulder. Chin comes back down, take it the other way. Move slowly here, as if you're moving through jello or molasses. Or let's see, it's winter time here. I'm trying to think of other holiday-like desserts, but nothing's coming to mind at this moment. Fruit pie, that'd be weird to swim through. All right, the next time your ear comes towards your right shoulder, let's pause there. And then you can stay right here with your hands on your lap, or you can take your opposite left arm and let it drape off to the side. And if you have long arms like me, your left fingertips might come to the earth. If that's the case, you might play with walking them away ever so slightly. You can also flex your left wrist, like you're leaning into a table on the left side. And again, invitation to keep your breaths long, slow, and steady. So now that we're still, officially still, try not to hold your breath. And keep your right ear towards right shoulder, but start to tilt your chin up towards the ceiling, or just up as if you're looking up towards where the wall meets the ceiling. And let your jaw hang open. Let everything go slack above your neck. Maybe take a few bites of air. And keep your ear towards your right shoulder, but start to tilt your chin down towards your chest. And then invitation to take your right hand towards your left ear. Just a gentle weight or a gentle assist. You can use your right hand to tuck chin a little closer to the chest, and then pull chin slightly away from chest. Moving slow, or just pausing anywhere that feels sticky. And then take both hands slowly back to your lap. Tuck your chin towards the center of your chest. Let the back of your neck grow long. And then as you inhale, draw the back of your skull towards the wall behind you. Pull your chin away from your chest. Draw your shoulders up into your ears and then sigh them down. Let's do that again. Inhale, shoulders up into your ears. Exhale, sigh them down. Take your left ear towards your left shoulder. And pause right here. Right hand can stay on the lap or let it drape off to the side. You can crawl right fingertips away from you or flex through the right wrist. And keep your left ear towards your left shoulder, but start to tilt your chin up towards where the wall meets the ceiling. Let your top and bottom teeth separate. Jaw goes slack. Maybe take a few bites of air. If you find yourself yawning here, let it happen. Look at me following directions. It's so cool. And then keep your ear towards your shoulder, but tuck your chin towards your chest. The left hand can stay on your thigh or start to bring left hand towards your right ear. Using the hand as either a weight or a gentle assist, tuck chin closer to chest, and then maybe pull chin slightly, slowly away. Pause anywhere you feel it's needed, or continue with the slow, gentle movement. All right, bring both hands back to your lap. Tuck your chin towards the center of your chest. Ooh, move real slow. Let the back of your neck lengthen. And then on your next inhale, pull your chin out of your chest like you're drawing a line from floor towards the center of the wall in front of you. Inhale, shoulders up into your ears. And exhale to sigh them back and down. And one more. Inhale, shoulders up. And exhale, sigh them down. All right, I'm gonna kind of switch the order I have up just because some things take a little more set up. Let's actually take a double pigeon while we're still upright here. So double pigeon, we'll stack one shin on top of the other. We'll flex through both feet to protect our knees. And if this does not feel good, if your top knee is way up here, you can shove a blanket or a block underneath that knee. You can also opt to forego the props and just bring your top shin in front of the bottom one instead of having them stacked. Have one in front of the other. So maybe play with a few things, find what works for you here. You're welcome to stay upright with your fingertips behind you like a kickstand. And this can be enough, or if you want a little more sensation, I'm going to turn. You can start to crawl your hands forward. Now keep lots of length in the spine here. And remember, this is yin, so we have time to get to our final destination, but know that there is never really a destination. Yoga is something that's always changing in our body. Now lots of length in the spine, maybe pause here. And if you want, you can take one or both blocks underneath your forehead and find a little bit of rest. And just know that you have autonomy, so if at any point you decide, this feels like a little much for me in this moment, you can walk yourself back up, maybe come back to that kickstand with the hands. You're also welcome to, after a few rounds of breath, decide that you might have more space and remove a block, or just let your head dangle in space. All right, take 3 more breaths here. And then start to walk your hands back upright if you hinge forward. Take your hands behind you. Ooh, and then uncross your legs. Just take note of which foot was on top of or in front. Let's windshield wipe the knees side to side before we do the other side. Notice the difference here. Yeah, double pigeon always makes me feel lots of things. All right, and then we'll switch it out. Take your opposite shin either on top of or in front. And again, you always have the option to use a prop as support. And pick your poison here. Hands can come behind you like a kickstand. And if you find you have tighter hips, I invite you to stay here. This can be a great place to stay. If you want more sensation or want a little more heat, more stretch through the hips, bring your hands in front of you, come onto fingertips. Keep length in the spine, take an inhale. And then as you exhale, crawl your hands forward any amount. Even just moving this much, I'm starting to feel a little bit of heat through my left hip because this is my left side. That's on top. Maybe take a block or 2 under forehead for support. Take 3 more rounds of breath here. And then use your hands to come to sit upright if you hinged forward. Let's unwind the legs and take that windshield wipe again. Lord. All right, and then our next shape will be a supported fish with the option to use your strap to get a little more into the hips. Now this is a pose that's going to take the most setup. If you don't have blocks, you are welcome to take fish using your arms at support. I wouldn't use the straps in this case, but you'll kind of want to bring your hands almost underneath your glutes, palms face down, and then lean back onto your elbows. And you can let the head drop back. Now this is, again, the unsupported version. Your arms are supporting you here, but in yin we like to use props. So if you get into that and just stay for a little bit, that's okay. You can come to lie flat on your back after that. If you have your blocks, I really love, for myself, not everyone likes this variation of blocks. I love is that true? I love a low block at the back of the mat, so that's for under my head, and then a medium height block for underneath or between the shoulder blades. Now before you lie back, if you have a strap, make sure the strap is on the side of your dominant hand. For me, that's the right. And then you're actually going to put your strap on over you. I don't know, like a sweater, or swim through it. That's a fun way to cue that. So you brought both arms, head, shoulders through the strap. And remember, we have a lot of slack, so it shouldn't be tight at this point. And then think strap around your rib cage. It's kind of like the middle part of your torso. And then from here, this is the most complicated part, and I'm sorry, but here we go. It's gonna feel great when you're in it. Take the strap underneath your feet. So you got that? So we've got the strap around our rib cage and then underneath our feet. Our feet are in a Baddha Konasana, or cobblers, or an open book shape. And then once you have that, as you start to lie down, the strap is gonna slide down underneath your rib cage. That's okay. That's why we have a lot of slack, because we're going to adjust it after we lie down. So come to lie onto your blocks if you have them. And that bottom block will support the back of your head. And actually my strap feels good where it is. It's got the right amount of tension. Now we're using the strap here to open the hips up. So the strap's kind of holding our hips in place. Our feet are where they are. They're not moving forward or shifting more in. If you want a little more tension, the buckle, that's not what it's called, but the ability to adjust should be on your dominant side. So you can kind of sit up and maybe pull it tighter, or maybe loosen it, and then come to lie back down. If you don't have a strap, no worries. You can still take cobbler's pose. I'll be here for a few minutes. I will offer, I've started with my hands kind of underneath my thighs, but sometimes I really like to starfish out through the upper body, and that feels really good to open up the heart even more than it already is with the blocks. So you can take arms to a T or kind of up to an X, or again, starfish shape. And again, at any point you can decide something is not working for you and readjust. Take about 5 more rounds of breath here. as you're ready, I'm going to roll onto one side just so we can remove your blocks. If you'd rather, you can also kind of just use one arm to support you so you can slide your blocks out. Everyone's a little bit different, and it is kind of an awkward position to try to come out of. So do what works for you. You can leave the strap where it is if you used it. And then we'll find a happy baby. So you're allowed to use your strap here. It's around your rib cage. And this is if you have the strap, a little bit of a supported happy baby. Now at this point, you can bring your blocks kind of underneath your thighs. That can be a little bit weird, but a little bit of a supported movement or stillness actually. Just a little bit more hip opener. I realize that these are actually your calves or shins, or my calves. Actually, it's closer to my ankles that I've slid the blocks under. But for some of us, we might have a little more distance. I don't know. Everyone's a little bit of a different length. All right, from here, if you experimented with the blocks, remove them to the sides. And we'll take our feet out and we'll just slide the strap off, like you're awkwardly taking your pants off. I don't know, I said it, don't worry. And then from here, you can keep that loop shape in your strap if you want to unloop it. That's up to you, but we'll bring the middle of the strap around the ball mound of our right foot. Extend your right foot up to the ceiling. You can keep lots of slack. Actually, take the slack out of your strap. So bring your triceps to the earth so that your arms are resting on the earth. And your left leg can stay bent or you can extend it forward. That'll be a little more sensation. It's like a single leg up the wall pose, but without using the wall. We've got the strap supporting us. And from here, take both ends of the strap into your right hand and start to let your right foot come out to the right. Now, you might not want to let it come out all the way or all the way to the earth. If that's the case, you can take one of your blocks underneath the outer edge of your right thigh. And so now you have the strap and the block supporting you. The block can also kind of massage out the IT band here if you want to kind of shift your toes forward and back or up and down, just depending on how you're thinking about gravity in this moment. And then take your foot back up to the ceiling. One more thing here. Actually, two more things. One will be a little shorter. Keep the strap in your right hand. Let your foot fall 3 to 5 inches over to the left. So I like to think about this as coming in line or just past my left hip bone. Keeping with the IT band stretch. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, we'll take this into a supine twist. Now your right leg can stay straight here. You can cactus or tee out your right arm as the strap comes into the left hand. You can also forego the strap and just release it. Maybe find a bend in your right knee. Now here I've planted a block underneath my right shin. That feels a bit supportive to me. You can do this with or without the support of a block. let's come back through center. And let's pause by planting both feet first. You can knock your knees to touch, maybe widen the feet apart a little bit. Notice the difference between your sides. And then we'll take the center of the strap around the ball mound of the left foot. Extend left foot up to ceiling. Bring your triceps towards the earth. So take out any slack. You might need to wrap the strap around your fingers a little bit to do so. And then right knee can stay bent or extend your right foot forward. All right, take the entirety of the strap or both sides into your left hand. Start to let your left foot, that was hard to say, fall out to the left. And you can adjust a block underneath or under the outer edge of your left thigh here if that feels good. You can also forego the block. Maybe find a little wiggle or bring your toes up towards your head and then down towards your feet. And these are just small movements. We're not really swinging the leg a ton. Just kind of getting a little bit of massage if you do have the block under thigh. And then start to bring your left foot back up. Take the ends into your right hand. And then keeping with the IT stretch, take your left foot kind of in line or just past your right hip bone. So I like to think maybe 5 to 7 inches to the right. We're not coming into a twist just yet. And then as you're ready, take it to a twist. You can keep a hold of the strap, maybe have a straight left leg, an option for support with the block, or option to bend your left knee and forego the strap. Maybe adjust any blocks under left knee or left shin. There we go. And tee or cactus out your left arm, maybe both arms if you're foregoing the strap. Start to unwind, come back to center. And from here, before we Shavasana, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug, a squeeze, maybe a little rock side to side. And as you're ready, oh, that's working. It's working. Find your Shavasana. You can extend your legs or find a constructive rest, feet wide, knock your bent knees together. Maybe come back to a hip opener, soles of feet together, knees wide. Let your body settle. And feel free to stay here as long as you need. If you are ready to move on with your day, feel free to bring some movement into your body, wiggle toes, fingers, take a big good morning stretch. As you're ready, come back up to a comfortable seat, like how we started class. Regardless of where you are, seated, upright, or on your back, we'll seal this practice with a breath together. Bring your hands to your heart space, palms touch or stack one hand on top of the other. Exhale all your air out. Take a deep breath in, fill up. Breathe in a little more, and a little more. Sigh it out. Thank you so much for joining me here today at Yoga TX. If you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe to the page. If you'd like to follow me personally, you can follow me on Instagram. My handle is at its_Crystal. That's CRYST 5 A's and an L. Namaste, yogis.